It's week 3 of the NFL, and here comes Denzel Ward. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this,
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. Steering the ship, already in charge in just his first season, their rookie signal caller from the Ohio State University.
as a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. And the Ravens going nickel, third down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps.
Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And a defender's on it. This is a touchdown. The Browns get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points at one out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. First down, here's Lamar. He's got Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We'll pause here. There's someone injured after that play, and yeah, it's their tight end, Mark Andrews. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Tight end motioning right. They'll run here on first down. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Walker going to motion over right. Jukes out a one stop, and they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Throw left side, complete. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Receiver in motion, going left. Play action now with Jackson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt, and the Browns will go on offense. They'll come out throwing. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They toss right to Chubb. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming. So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Ravens will go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. One of the tight ends motioning left. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Browns getting their offense out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a give right side to Chubb. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Juke the defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they're going to take over possession. Play action. Here's Jackson. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. On 1st down, Jackson. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
They'll try and punch it in. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Just 1 yard on the gain, so now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 8. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Here's 2nd and 11. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
That's complete. Here's Brooks. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
3rd and 4.
Throwing from the gun here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They go play action on first. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They toss it to Chubb. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And we'll see if they can be the first offense to get a drive going. It has been defense dominant thus far. First down throw for Jackson. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they had that one contained right at the line. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's gotta come back. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line. After a 3-yard gain, they're left with 4th and 10.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Hand off to Chubb to start the drive. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. Now a stoppage as they attend to an injured player, and that looks like Nick Chubb. Pretty important piece of that offense who was hurt on that play. 2nd and 10 now. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We're going to have a stoppage here as we see an injured player. It's David Njoku, who's worse for wear following the play. From the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's an option left. And he's brought down for a loss. We'll pause now for an injured player, and no problems identifying who this is. It's a big one, folks. It is Lamar Jackson who's shaken up after that one. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. To the air, 3rd and long. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They send a man in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Working inside the red zone. That's caught at the 4. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Option give here. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Ali. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 3.
Round 7.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Brought down
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be their football. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. They bring the tight end in motion. First down, here's Lamar. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. On the give, it's Brooks. And defenders are there to get him at the line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
Now Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. And the Browns bringing out some extra defensive backs. We got dime on 3rd down. Lamar back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, here's Jackson. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. Third time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
10 yards to go.
He'll throw it. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's a throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. So that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Takes off right out of the read option. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Walker hauls it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, Jackson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Ravens, lined up with a 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's contained at the line for no gain. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Lamar throwing again. Hits him on the out route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. 2nd down now, 7 to go. And again, it's Jackson. Pass complete to Walker. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 3rd and just 2 to go. Play action, here's Jackson. It's tipped away and it's gonna hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Johnson now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns going on offense here, very late in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Ford straight ahead. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Bojorquez out there to send this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. J.J. McCarthy, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Michael Wilson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Brings in the kick at the 9. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. First down throw for Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Jackson now, third and long. Escapes out to the left. Still on his feet. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Jukes one defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. A give up the middle to Ford. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw reeled in by Njoku. He's got a gain of 6 there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
At the 28-yard line.
Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll throw on first. He's going deep. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down. They'll try and throw it here. That one complete to Njoku. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. This is Ford on the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, it's Njoku. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that gives the Browns a first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Hand off here for Brooks. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Connects with Bateman. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Lamar now from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Man in motion here. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. From the gun, Jackson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Bullock's kick is good, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the ground with Ford. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Back now, pressure on its way. Thrash hauls it in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42.
Here's a give to Ford. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Ford. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Justin Matabike making that stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick.
At their own 23-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
A gain of 47
You know, Kate, we often
yards.
talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. They go play fake with Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment. Defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now
Automatic
defending
first
1st and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Into the hands of Walker. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Slot receiver headed left. Now Jackson on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Escapes his grasp. He's keeping it. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
To throw it on 1st down. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team on the field. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Ravens take
65 yards on the punt there.
at their own
And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lamar off to play fake. Dump off caught by his back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one's complete over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Connects with Thrash. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
That's good for the Browns. 1st down.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he gets in, touchdown. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
one right down the middle. And the Browns trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. On first down, here comes Brooks. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Short side option here. He's running left. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens with a 5-point lead. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's gonna run for it! So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And right away we get a timeout from the defense, 1:51 to go. To the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. Only 2 yards on that carry. They're left with 4th and 10. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Results in a a 4th down.
Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.